Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samasta Janakalyane Niratam Karunamayam. Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram. Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Shrutismriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Lokashankaram Namasri Shankarananda Guru Padambu Janmane Savila Samaha Moha Graha Grasaika Karmane. Hari Om. We were studying how to discriminate Viveka Shakti. So Viveka Shakti is important, discrimination is important. That's what we were discussing. Discriminating what? Discriminating who is this Bhokta and who is the Kotastha Chaitanya. So when we are able to discriminate, first of all, from the experienced objects, the experiencer has to be discriminated. First step. From outer world to Atmanastu Kamaya Saram Priyam Bhavati. So then who is this I? Whose desire it is? Who is the desirer? So the question, the search moves from, now the importance is not the sense of sense objects. Now the seeker wanted to know, okay, what is that because of whom, or who is that because of whom all these enjoyments are meant for? That's one step. Then we reach at what? Chidabhasa is the enjoyer. But Chidabhasa also is not the real, because Kutastha is behind. So the Kutastha Chaitanya has to be discriminated, separated from all the three avasthas through Anvaya and Vyatireka, because the Chidabhasa comes and goes. What is remaining in all three states of consciousness, Jagrat, Swapna and Sushupti, is not Chidabhasa. Chidabhasa is experience, that mode will come now. Chidabhasa is experiencer, no doubt about it. And that experiencer is illumined by the pure consciousness, pure self, Kutastha Chaitanya. When you say experiencer, the experiencer is in relation to experienced, and the sambandha between the sense object and the experiencer, when they brought together, they become experience. So the Triputty is formed, Triputty. The Triputty comes and goes. Even in waking plane, the Triputty is changing. So behind the Triputty, Triputty means all the three, object, experience and the experiencer, all the three together. They are to be discriminated. So the self is there, Kutastha Chaitanya. That is common in all states of consciousness. In Jagrata Avastha, Swapna Avastha, Sushupti Avastha. It's a very great science it is, because Puja Gurudev wrote beautiful books on it. I mean, the science of life, Vedanta, the science of life. It is out of print now, because it's a culled out from Upanishads and Gita and systematically brought out. So therefore, what we have to understand is through Anvaya Vyatireka, so what is present, what is absent. The present is the self in all states. Absent is what? The tat experience of that but experience of that particular plane is not existing. Waking is not in dream, dream is not in deep sleep state, like that. So this we saw yesterday. So this same thought is continued further. Analysis is continued till about 5-10 verses. The analysis will continue till 222, I think. Analysis will continue. Kasya kamaya. Kasya kamaya. Who is a desirer? Okay. Now we shall start 2-1-1. Yatra yad drishyate drashta jagrat swapna sushuptishu tatreva tanne taratreti anubhutirihi sammata. Yatra yad drishyate drashta. See, jagrat swapna sushuptishu. I am doing Anvaya. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushuptishu. In all the three periods or three states of consciousness, waking, dream and deep sleep state, yatra, yad drashta drishyate. Now, who is the drashta here? The drashta is what? Chidabhasa. Tat tatra eva. So the objects, what is that? Waking plane, dream and deep sleep state. They are separate from each other. But the consciousness which is experiencing is same. Jagrat Swapna Sushuptishu Yatra yad drashta drishyate tatra tateva na itratra iti anubhutihi sammatahi. So therefore what? In Anvaya Vyatireka process, all the emotions are variable. That's what he says. Tatra tatreva. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. Among all these three states of experiences, whichever experience is illumined, known by the Sakshi Chaitanya, by witnessing consciousness, the Sakshi, in whichever state, that when it is illumining, in every state, we think the dharma of the particular state is belonging to the Kutastha Chaitanya. It appears. So it looks as though they are my own attributes. My own means Kutastha Chaitanya attributes. Dharma. So yatra tatra means what? Whatever as a drashta experience, they are experienced only in that plane alone. They are not experienced in some other plane. So Jagrata experiences are not there in dream avastha. Tatra drashta, the experiencer is experiencing in that plane alone. So the waking experiences are there, waking objects are there, where they are experienced only in waking avastha. They get dropped. They get dropped. When I move from Jagrata avastha to Swapna avastha, all the waking experiences, waking objects, all are dropped. See? So they belong to that particular state alone. That's what is a beautiful thing. So the experiences are present only in their respective states alone. They are not shifting. Dream experiences are confined to dream alone. Waking experiences are confined to waking plane alone. And sushupti, or deep sleep state, that experience, sukhena maya nidra anubhuyate, that is experience only confined to nidra avastha only. So jagrat sapna sushuptrisu yatra yad drashta drishyate, tat tatra eva, whatever is drishyate, whatever experiences are seen by the witnessing consciousness, they belong to that plane alone. They get dropped, they're changing. Like itaratra, meaning they are not shifting. Like itaratra iti anubhutihi. This anubhuti, this kind of experience, this is the everybody's experience, some accepted by everybody indeed. Sammatahi. It is accepted by everybody. So therefore, Upanishad says, whatever argument, Upanishad says, whatever things are droppable, because they can be dropped, no? Waking experiences can be dropped while I move to dream state. Dream state experiences are dropped when I either come back to waking plane or go into deep sleep state. Whatever way I chakkar katta rehta hu, each experiences are droppable. So whatever is dropped is not my real nature. And whatever is witnessing these three, common in all these three, is my nature. So I cannot be dropped. I, the pure consciousness, the experiencer is dropped. Chidabhasa is dropped. Chidabhasa is changing. Because Chidabhasa is what? Reflected consciousness. The reflected consciousness depending on what? Reflecting medium. Think? If the reflecting medium is muddy, reflection is muddy. If the reflecting medium is vibrating, the reflection vibrates. If reflection is medium is pure, the reflection is pure. If reflection is whatever the condition of medium, so is the condition of the Chidabhasa, which is caught up or reflected in the medium. So it is changing. Every experience, the experiencer is changing, because experience of gulab jamun is different from experience of some pakoda. So every time the experiencer is born there, related to that experience. It's very fantastic. It's a subjective science it is. But yes, we have to have regular meditations. Upasana is necessary. Meditation, absolute deep meditations are necessary. Nididhyasana or meditation is absolutely necessary to realize the truth. Whatever we study, it has to become our own. So nididhyasana cannot be avoided. Meditation cannot be avoided. They are to be realized as a practical state of experience. So therefore, what Vidyadhamuni says, Jagrat Sapna Sushuptisu Yat Yatra Dashtra Drishyate, whatever Drashta, the seer, is seeing them, Tat Tatra Eva, Na Itaratra. They belong to that plane alone. It is not traveled to some other, they are not found in some other plane. Iti anubhutihi sammatahi. This experience is well accepted by everyone. So what is my focus now? My focus is shifted to that which is dropped, that which can be dropped, that which can be left behind, and some other state I embrace. That means whatever is dropped and changing is not my real nature. Like water's nature is what? Coolness. So even though you heat, leave it to the water, water reverts back to its own dharma. Similarly, the dharma of fire is heat. So they are true to their own nature. Therefore, experience is there. Experience is there. Whatever I'm experiencing, sorrow, joy, it is there. So I experience sorrow is correct. No doubt about it. But I am sorrowful is wrong. So I am experiencing Sukham, Dukkham, fine. That should be there. Otherwise, life cannot be lived. Transaction is not possible. We don't say rise above experiences means, it doesn't mean you become insensitive to experiences. Sukha Dukkhe Same Krutva doesn't mean that Sukham and Dukkham are one. How can they can be one? So I am experiencing Sukham. I am recognizing Sukham. I am also recognizing Dukkham. I know it is Dukkham. But I am not saying I am Dukkhi, I am Sukhi. That inner Kutastha Chaitanya, I am identifying with it, and I am not claiming myself to be a suffering individual. I am the witness of the states of Sukham and Dukkham. This needs tremendous sadhana, tremendous withdrawal, tremendous vairagya from the BMI. And therefore, Avurta Chakshuhu Amrutatvamichan. Therefore, complete withdrawal, completely senses are to be turned inside, and slowly and suddenly you cannot take U-turn. U-turn takes you have to go down, slow down the vehicle, and then look at some traffic that side. Slowly you take turn. It takes time. Otherwise, what happens? Every experience I am throwing it on myself, like elephant kunjara snanavat. It puts mud on itself after a bath. Similarly, I am muddying myself by every experience, saying that I am Dukkhi, I am experiencing. No, yes, the experiencer is in me. The one who is recognizing all these states are Chidabhasa. I'm just meditating. So, who is this experiencer? And actually, if I shift my focus from the ego to witnessing consciousness, I should remain there. And by practice, it becomes a reality that actually I am not this, I am that. Kutastha Chaitanya. This is what Vidyaramani says. So, Sayat Tatra Ekshate Kinchit Tena Nanvagato Bhavet Drustvaiva Punyam Papam Cheti Evam Srutishu Dindimaha. Therefore, Saha Tatra Yat Kinchit Ikshate Tena Ananvagataha. Tena Nanvagato Bhavet. Tena Ananvagataha Bhavet. Punyam Papam Drustva Eva Chaiti Evam Srutishu Dindimaha. This is Anvaya. No, in Jagrata Avastha, Sushupta Avastha, in Nidra Avastha, in Swapna Avastha, Atman is witness. So therefore, the Upanishads, what they say, whatever experience we are going through, whether joyful experience or miserable experience, these experiences, saha yat tatra ikshate kinchit tena ananvagato bhave. Meaning what? These experiences are not carried from one state to other state. In every state, the experience produces punyam and papam, pleasure and pain. So ananvagata means what? Agata means what? Following. Anvagata. Ananvagata is not following. Ananvagata does not follow or not carried over. So I drop this. So this is a daily. So therefore, it's a discovery by the grace of Guru. The Guru is indicating how you are not this suffering individual. So Shruti Mata Dindimaha. It's with the great trumpets. declares, proclaim, Upanishads proclaim that, my dear, whatever experiences are there, whether joyful or miserable, cognized or known by the pure self, Kotastha Chaitanya, illumined by Kotastha Chaitanya, in any plane of consciousness, either in waking, dream, or deep sleep state, these experiences are not carried over to some other state, some other states. They are dropped at then and there. So the pure self is ready. Therefore, I am not actually going anywhere. The states they come on me, they superimpose on me, and then they go away. So I am actually stable, changeless, Kutastha Chaitanya. On me, these kind of states are being rolled. Now, presently, the waking state is being rolled on me. I am there. The state disappears. The waking state disappears. I enter into dream. I enter, the word I'm using, I enter into dream. In fact, the dream is being rolled over me, presented before me. Waking plane dissolved, dream world emerged in front of me. Then I call it as, from my language, some people from other language say, I entered dream plane. There's no movement, no. Kutastha Chaitanya is always there. Witnessing consciousness it is. It is all pervading. So it cannot move. But I say that language I use. I moved from Jagrata Avastha to Swapna Avastha. Actually, what is happening? These states are being rolled over me. So Shruti Mata says, Ramana Maharshi says, then if they're really belonging to me, what will happen? What is happening to all dukkha in deep sleep state? It don't exist. So in one plane they are existing, in some other plane they are not existing. Are they real then? And as long as we are not completely withdrawn, pain appears to be real. We experience pain. There's no doubt about it. But in the case of Ramana Maharshi, Tapon Maharaj, or Puja Gurudev, the great enlightened masters of the earth, whichever country they are from, they have really separated themselves from the physical body and the experiences of each plane. They are just witnessing consciousness. Through meditation, through focus, through intention, through hard work. They've achieved it. So I am always there. So Kaivalya Upanishad mantra is as it is quoted in 113th verse. Sorry, 213th verse. 213. 213. So Viveka is being told again because Kasya Kamaya. Ultimately, it will be proven that the pure self is not the experiencer. The Chidabhasa is experiencing, witnessing consciousness alone. But Chidabhasa cannot experience without independent of Kutastha Chaitanya. Therefore, when Paribhasha is what? Both. Experiencer is both. Kutastha Chaitanya plus Chidabhasa. But Chidabhasa is the face, front face, facing the experience. Kutastha is supporting Chidabhasa. Without Kutastha Chaitanya, Chidabhasa cannot exist, cannot experience, nothing. But Kutastha Chaitanya cannot be called as experiencer purely because it is Asangata. We have seen already. So mixture is that. So, but in that mixture only, one part is witnessing consciousness called Kutastha Chaitanya. There is no change. Other part is changing according to the medium, experiencing. These two are together. But one part is Nischala, just like the ocean. The depths of ocean, absolutely calm, clear. There is no wave at all in that, no disturbance at all. So in that crystal clear, in the depth of the ocean, you can actually see everything clearly. There's no movement in the water. So that part is Kutastha Chaitanya. I am that. That is only witnessing. And surface level, so many waves, so many tides. So in my consciousness also, the surface, because Kutastha and Chidabhasa can never be separated. And Kutastha being all pervading, there is no gap, there is no distance between Chidabhasa and Kutastha Chaitanya. They are together. So, but one is, the outermost portion is constantly vibrating, constantly eating fruits. The Mundaka Upanishad, the tree, Pakshi, the downward Pakshi. Experiencing, Chidabhasa. Absolute inside the Kutastha Chaitanya is the other part of it, the deeper part of it, inner part of it, absolutely tranquil. So the question is, if I forget myself and identify with this changing Chidabhasa, then I suffer because I experience. So now experience is taking place. That will take place anyhow. Recognition of Sukham Dukkham takes place. In the case of a wise man, in the case of an ignorant also. But wise man does not claim that I am the experiencer. Because he has identified with his own deeper part of it, the abyss part of it. Abyss means, when I say abyss, it is a deep ocean inside, absolutely still, motionless, totally still. That we have to discover. In that stillness, the way I should identify, or in other simple language, I must take a deep plunge in it. Not in surface level. So, Jagrat Swapna Sushuptyadi Prapancham Yat Prakashate Tad Brahma Hamide Jnatva Sarvabandhai Pramuchyate. So, I already spoke on this sloka. Jagrat Swapna Sushuptyadi Prapancham Yat Prakashate. Yat Prakashate, that which illumines. Illumines what? Jagrat Avastha, Sushupti Avastha, Swapna Avastha. Prapancham Yat Prakashate, Tad Brahma Aham. So, the innermost consciousness, which is still portion, which is motionless, which is absolutely peaceful, calm, quiet, no trace of any duality, no trace of disturbance. You can imagine for contemplation's sake, imagine a tall glass jar, this much size, a big one. Consider big size jar, and put some water, and let the water become standstill. And surface level, suppose you just put small stick or something, and then small vibrations you create. You observe. On the surface, the waves are created. And depth of it, absolutely motionless. So, what is the surface is supported by what? The inner, changeless, motionless, totally still, that is me. So that is the consciousness which is actually illumining all these three states. And that illumining factor is Brahma Aham. That Brahman is me. That is Brahma Vastu, all pervading. That is me. So I must really slowly, like just as ignorant man example has already been given. Just as an ignorant man is identified with the physical body and considers himself as physical body, I means physical body. Now what we should do? Slowly, the reference of I. Today, for all of us, reference of I is deeply rooted in physical body. And in dream state, with the reference of I deeply rooted in that physical body of the dream. The dream also dream body. So wherever I am actually identified with the surface. No, the reference should be shifting its consciousness from physical body to some subtle body first. Gurudev spoke about it in meditation and life. Withdrawal into subtle body. If possible, all of you read the book Meditation and Life by Pujya Gurudev, Swami Chinmayananji Maharaj. Meditation and Life. So there's one chapter in it, the withdrawal into subtle body. So the reference of I shifts the focus from gross body to subtle body first. Not intellectual, but it's actually in the meditation you withdraw into that state. And this is what is being said by Mahatmas. So the reference of I is changed, shifted from gross body to subtle body. Think. And then from there, still go inside. Shift that reference of I. No, today I is reference physical body. No, later on, no, physical body is not me. It's a outer shell. Actually, I am the subtle body, M and I. From there also it shifts the focus. I go still deeper into it. So thus ultimately, the reference I is totally transported, changed to, shifted to the Kutastha Chaitanya as I. Now suddenly I recognize one day that, oh, this is me. So far the meaning of I or me has been totally wrong. Oh, this is me. That illuminating factor. Then suddenly I notice, hey, this me is changeless, still, motionless, blissful, peaceful, no agitations. This is me. Then what about the dispenser? They are not mine. They are in the body. They are in the mind. But I am not them. And this experience comes. Oh, then I understand, oh, this is me. This is Brahman. Brahma Nirvana Mruchati. You keep that beaker example, that the water jar example, and identify yourself with the bottom portion, still portion, which is motionless portion of it. You identify with it and meditate. That is you actually. Then what happens? Sarvabandhaihi pramuchyate. So far now I am bandha. Why? I am holding on to every experience as real, and that it is me, as though it is really happening. They are happening, but not really happening. Like dream is happening, something in dream, but not really happening. Happening, but not really happening. Appearing to be happening. Surface level. Then when I recognize that I am not actually bound by these experiences, which are so far, they have been dictating my peace of mind. They have been dictating my state of my mind. I am caught up in thoughts of kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, sukha, dukkha experiences, jealousy, hatred. I'm just been caught up there. So I possess all of them. That's a very beautiful. Mahatma says, great Mahatma, householder. They say, I am householder. The Guru says, why are you holding the house then? Don't be householder. Do your responsibilities. Do your duties at home. Take care of people in the family. But don't call yourself, I am the holding the house. I am householder. Then complaining that house is giving me problems. Why don't you hold mentally? Similarly, any monk, if he is holding to anything, then it's painful only, no? Holding to property, holding to name, fame, recognition, holding to disciples and devotees. Painful. So I am not giving example of only householder. I am giving example of a monk also. Anyone, my dear, anyone. So we are actually bound. I feel I am the possessor of these experiences. I am the possessor of pain. Householder. I am the holder of pain. I am holder of sukham. Let go. Let go. That's called let go. If I hold them experiences, then terrible experience. Terrible state it is. Let go. Let them visit. They are parading in front of you. You are receiving their parade, their salute. Like Republic Parade, or New Year Parade. They just go, armies come, and then they just turn towards you and then salute you and then walk away. Don't hold on to them. So Kaivalya Upanishad says, if you recognize this in deep sadhana, meditation, every day, shifting one's consciousness from surface to the depths, sarvabandhaihi pramuchyate. Then there's no more bondage. Because I'm released. I am not holding on to anything. When I'm not holding on to anything, I'm released. We cannot say experiences are holding on to me. Why? They are not. Chaitanya Vastu Padartha is you. I cannot say the pillar is holding me. Pillar cannot hold me. Pillar is jada, insentient. I am embracing the pillar and complaining that pillar is holding me. So Chidabhasa is the possessor. The ego, Chidabhasa is a possessing. Free that. You identify with Kutastha Chaitanya. Then Chidabhasa will also learn to your Chidabhasa is not affected by that. So therefore, that Atman which is there as a witness, I must discover it as I. The reference of I should be shifted from body to that state of consciousness. That happens only through Nididhyasana. Because what is a Shravanam Phalam Mananam? What is the Manana Phalam? Nididhyasana. Shravana should take me to Mananam, Mananam should take me to Nididhyasana. Nididhyasana, I have done it. But not completely happy. Again do Shravanam, again do Mananam, again do Nididhyasana. Study something, contemplate on it, reflect on it, contemplate on it. Study, reflect, contemplate. And not understood, not realized. Again study one more time, go through it, text again, listen to Guru, and you get new insights every time. There are flashes of illumination you get. Every time you do Mananam, more and more clarity, more and more depth, it will increase. So it's a process. Shanai Shanai Uparamet Buddhya Druti Gruhitaya Atma Samstam Manakritva Nakinchidapi Chintaye. Slow and steadily, Shanai Uparamet Buddhya Druti Gruhitaya. So through your buddhi, intelligence, slowly withdraw the mind. Shanai Shanai, Dhire Dhire. Atma Samstam, then withdrawn mind with the help of buddhi, mind withdrawn, slowly brought into cajoled training. Slowly it got arrested in different experiences, different objects of the world. Slowly through mind training, by God's grace, slow and steadily, the mind is withdrawn, freed from the objects and the people with which it is caught up. Slowly the mind is freed. And the mind is freed, and freed mind completely, it's in your control. You can just turn it within and place it in Atman. Atma samstam manakritva nakinchidapi chintaye. Afterwards, stop worrying about everything. Don't think anything. That is the purpose. Place the mind in Atman, and you will see, because of the heat of Atma, an idiom I am using, an expression I am using. Because of the heat of Atma, the mind dissolves. Mind which is creating duality dissolves. Where? In myself. Then what remains is me. The reference is changed now, not the body, not the mind, not the intellect. Me, I is infinite, pure, eternal, homogeneous, all-pervading consciousness. Eka eva atma mantavyo jagrit swapna susuptishu sthanatraya vyatitasya punarjanmana vidyate. This is taken from Amrita Bindu Upanishad, this mantra. Eka eva atma mantavyaha. So what is to be known, which is beyond the three states of consciousness, Jagrit Sapna Sushuptishu, Eka Eva Atma, which is witnessing, Mantavyaha, should be known, should be realized, should be recognized. In Jagrit Avastha, Swapna Avastha, Sushupti Avastha, Eka Eva Atma Mantavyaha. So I am the self which is present in all three states. Sthanatraya vyatitasya. Why? It is beyond three states, meaning it is beyond three states, meaning what? Therefore, it is not caught up in one avastha. Doesn't mean the Jagrata Atma dies in Swapna Atma. That Atma is Chidabhasa Atma, goes away. So Atma means what? Atma means Chit alone, Kutastha alone, never Chidabhasa. Why? Chidabhasa is not one and the same, no. It is changing according to the state. In waking plane, Chidabhasa identified with the body through sense organs in the waking plane, experiencing different objects. In Swapnavastha, Chidabhasa identified with Swapna Sharira, experiencing dream bhoga, dream sense organs, and dream objects, dream sukham, dream dukkham. So Chidabhasa is changed. And in deep sleep state, it is again, there are no sense organs, etc. It is identified in its own self. It doesn't exist actually. It exists, but not awakened. Therefore, from avastha to avastha, Chidabhasa is changing, subjected to variation. So it is not identical at all in all three states. It is not the same. It is changing. Exclusive, mutually exclusive. Meaning what? One Chidabhasa state in Jagrata Avastha is removed and new Chidabhasa is created in dream Avastha. That was changing. Because Upadhi is changing. Reflecting medium is changing. So therefore, when I know this, Ekayeva Atma Mantavyo Jagra Sapasushuptishu, Stanatrayavitasya, when you recognize that which is beyond all the three states of consciousness, that is Potastha Chaitanya, Punarjanmana Vidyate. There is no question of Punarjanma. To whom? Janma, who is been taking Janma? Chidabhasa. So Shastra says, Jnanis Chidabhasa will not take any Punarjanma. Why? For Chidabhasa's sake only this Janma is being taken. Chidabhasa realized, in the sense, I realized I am not Chidabhasa, I am the witnessing consciousness of Chidabhasa. So there is no need for Chidabhasa to go out and experience joys, and therefore no need to Janma to take Janma. There is no worry. Become fully contented, happy. So, Trishudha Masu Yad Bhogyam Bhokta Bhogasya Yad Bhavet Tebhyo Vilakshana Sakshi Chinmatroham Sada Shivaha. So, in all the three planes of this is also mantra taken from Kaivalyopanishad, 18th mantra. In the three planes of consciousness, in Jagrata Avastha, Swapna Avastha, and Nidra Avastha, what is that which is changing as experiencer, which manifests as experiencer, experienced, and experienced? The Triputi is what? Yat Trishudhamashu, Yat Bhogyam, Bhogyam, Bhokta, Bhogasya Yat Bhavet. That which becomes Bhokta, Bhogya, and Bhogyam, Bhoga, Bhoga, Bhokta, Bhogya, Bhoga. That is experienced objects, experience, and experiencer. So that is still Chidabhasa is. Chidabhasa is that which is manifesting as experiencer, experienced, and experience, where in all three planes of consciousness. So the nature of the witness is what? Is different from all these three states. Tebhyo Vilakshana Sakshi. The states are coming and changing. So, Sakshi, witness is completely other than that. So self cannot be brought on the experience. That table is different. That is the realm of Chidabhasa. Therefore, Bhokta Chidabhasa and Abhota Sakshi are segregated. Bhokta Chidabhasa, the experiencer, is separated from witnessing consciousness. We have seen already in last sloka, in waking plane, who is a Bhokta? Vishwa Taijasa Prajna, you know. So Vishwa is a Bhokta. Bhogya Vastu, Stula Prapancham. Gross objects. And who is a Bhokta in Swapnavastha? Taijasa. And then related objects in Vasanamaya Prapancham. Because Vasanas only, whatever impressions, Vasanas are there, they are only projected in dream. In Sushiptavastha, Prajna is Bhokta. Prajna. So Ajnanam is Bhogya Vastu there. Drushya Bhavam in Sushiptavastha. But it is there. Chidabhasa is there. That we saw in 6th chapter and 7th chapter also. But it is not awake. It is there. It is hidden. Therefore, who is Vishwa? Chidabhasa. Who is Taijasa? Chidabhasa. Who is Prajna? Chidabhasa. Who is Sakshi? Chit always. So Chidabhasas are changing. Their experiences are changing. Field is changing. Objects of experience are changing. Everything is changing in every plane. Thus, we have to discriminate. Evam vivichite tatve vijñāmaya shabditaha vijñānamaya shabditaha chidabhaso vikariyo bhoktrutvam tasya shishyate. Evam vivichite tatve. When the essence has been separated, tattva essence, the chit is being separated, discriminated in this manner. Evam. Evam means 211, 212, 213, 214, 215. In these 5 slokas, what we have seen, Evam vivichite tatve vijñānamaya shabditaha chidabhaso vikari yo bhoktrutvam tasya shishyate. So what is the meaning of vijñānamaya shabditaha? Vijñānamaya shabda means what? Is enjoyer. Chidabhasa. He remains. Shishyate means that alone remains. Vikari is a modification. So when Atman self is inquired, the pure chit is inquired, and I have discriminated it from what? As they mentioned in the previous 5 slokas, the experiencer, bhoktrutvam, is left as what? With the Vijñānamaya kosha as a conditioned consciousness. And that bhoktrutvamayam, that is bhokta, is conditioned consciousness, is vikari. Because medium is changing, so vikari, because modifications are there. So much vikari. So that is the meaning of word Vijñānamaya. So is it Chidabhasa Jivaha Tasya Shishyate. So the Sansari is Chidabhasa. So that is the conclusion. So Samsari Chidabhasa, witnessing consciousness is pure consciousness. I think I'll stop here. So we'll start from 217 in next year, 2022. The dates for January are, I'm declaring now itself, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th are the dates for January 2022. So we will meet next year, new year. Thank you very much. Hari Om. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Sat Gurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you all. Hari Om.